Good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Alright, so I'm tired. It has been a very, very long day, and I have wanted to take a nap. I have wanted to go to bed early. My life is not my own, so that didn't happen. But tomorrow I'm going to set up my rationing again and make a plan for the whole week, grocery shop, all of that. So the first thing that I wanted to mention that I'm going to do, we have a lot of fish in our freezer, and I plan to eat quite a bit of fish. But I found a recipe. It's fish souffle. 8 ounces of white fish, 1 ounce of margarine, 1 ounce of flour, 1/4 pint of milk or fish stock, few drops anchovy essence, optional, 3 to 4 constituted dried eggs or a fresh egg. So my plan for this week is to make this recipe in a 4th. Sorry. I have some little ramekins, so I plan to grease one really good and then mix up this recipe as a 4th. No anchovy paste or essence because I don't have that. But I'll use my 1 egg for that dish. So this dish will be one recipe that I do for this week. And I'm debating on the egg thing. I might do 3 eggs because we were given a bunch of eggs and I used a bunch, but I have about 4 dozen eggs right now at our house. I had bought some at Sam's in bulk, so I have a lot of eggs. So I may allot myself 3 or 4 eggs. I don't know. That's a really good protein source, and especially if I'm not going to be, I'm changing up a little bit. So I'm debating on the egg thing, and I may end up doing 4. But if I really, really like this egg souffle, the fish souffle, which I might, I'm only 4thing it, so I'm only doing 1 serving. I might come back another day of the week and make another serving of it. So that's that. Another thing that I am going to look at, so I made, what's it called? Might have to look in the other book. I made lentil soup a while back, and I have a recipe for that, and I may go ahead and make a full-size recipe. I'll be the only person eating it, but I've got plenty of lentils. So I could do this, which it's 8 ounces of lentils, onion, carrots, bacon, parsley, thyme, salt, pepper. So nothing outrageous. And as far as bacon, it's only 1 to 2 rashers. So I could do 1 slice of bacon and chop it up and add it to it. And that would be a very ration friendly recipe, especially because it doesn't call for any extra fat. So that's gonna probably be on the menu for this week. And then I might try to do a leek and potato soup. I don't have any leeks, but I could get some if our Walmart has any. So I may do the leek and potato soup just to have something with a little extra potato in it, because the lentil soup does not call for potatoes. I thought it did. So I might add potatoes to that, just a few, or I might add something else to give it a little oomph, but for now, that's what it is. The other was, I can't think of what it's called. I'll see it in a second, and I'll be like, oh yeah, Scotch broth. I made it the other day, and I posted it in a group, and I immediately got grief for it because it wasn't authentic Scotch broth. Well, duh, it was wartime. They didn't have authentic anything. They ate mock duck and mock oyster soup for that matter. So I'm going to do the recipe that's here. The only difference is I'm not sure on what beef I'll use. I used pork when I made it at home the other day because I had pork. But I had an idea today that I might check and see if there's any places that have roast on sale this week, and if they do, I'll cut off 1 pound of the roast for myself. And I might cut some in thin slices and fry that up to make little, like, single steaks. And I might dice some up to add to stews. But we'll see. So that's the plan there. I am probably not going to do much else. Now, I do want to try to make sausage. The mock sausage. Let me see if I can find that. Oatmeal sausages. That was the one. I do want to make that. And that calls for onions or leeks, which if I get leeks for the soup, I'll have leeks. Cooking fat, oatmeal, water, salt, pepper, 2 ounces chopped meat or sausage or bacon, which if I have the bacon, I can do that. So and breadcrumbs, which I'm pretty sure I still have some. So I do want to make these for breakfast some mornings, and I do a slice of this with maybe some toast with a little jam, because I plan to divvy out my jam for this time. So we'll see what I end up getting to. Tomorrow, I don't know my schedule. I don't know if I'm going to be working. I haven't heard from them yet. So that probably means I won't be. But I need to catch up from the weekend because I have laundry. I have other stuff that needs to be done. So, because it was a long weekend with traveling. But I am working on getting back on rationing, working on actually cooking again. I do plan to do a lot of soups, and I do have some individual containers that I can put full meals in and just warm it up when I go. So right now I've got some cabbage in my refrigerator that I need to use, and I know I've got some squash and some other vegetables. So I'm probably going to play around with it, make meals, like individual little meals, based on what I have, and try to come up with a full week's worth of foods so that I can cook separately for my family and not give up and just eat what they're eating because I don't have anything ready. So hopefully I'll have time tomorrow to do a lot of prepping and get some video of it. I know I look exhausted. I feel beyond exhausted. And in about 8 more minutes, my friend gets off work. I will take her home. And I'm going to bed because I am beyond tired. So I hopefully will have a video up for you tomorrow afternoon, depending on what I get done in the morning. I do plan to do some planning, do some shopping, and then go from there. Talk to y'all later.